Hello YouTube, hello to my fellow Rumble users. Today we're going to be talking about a very interesting infinite theory in terms of dating. And what I mean by this chat is that this connects to my belief of the multiverse in terms of finite or infinite variations. It connects to this, y'all, because I'm going to make this into a simpler dating metaphor, and we're going to connect in a whole amount of metaphors, similes, and maybe a lot of personification. All right, practically figurative language here. So we're gonna jump straight into it. So obviously, chat, you guys know I can't date every girl all at once. You and I, we cannot date all versions of our girlfriend or boyfriend. We can't date everyone all at once. And why I bring this is that it becomes a paradox when you speak about it in terms of the multiverse, at least as do my theory. I call this girl, we're going to call her a title, quote unquote, Cosmic Girl. We call her the Cosmic Girl because she is simply an infinite variation of girls that I could have dated. Alright? It's infinite in terms of think of me in an alternate universe where I date a girl, but instead she has like white hair. Alright? Or maybe she has like yellow skin. And why I say this is that there are infinite variations. Are infinite variations of girls that I could date. For example, let's say I'm dating a white girl who has four fingers instead of five. It's infinite in terms that once I travel to this alternate universe where she is and quote unquote date this cosmic girl, the name of this becomes paradoxical because once I, as myself, move on to this alternate universe and date this quote unquote cosmic girl, the name of the word of quote unquote cosmic girl simply jumps into another alternate universe because it simply represents the girls that I could have never dated. And what makes it paradoxical is that you can't technically raise up the cosmic girl. In terms of thinking that it's one person, because the cosmic girl represents every person that would have not dated. Alright, it's paradoxical because as I said, once we move to a different universe, once we somehow theoretically travel, if I travel out of this universe and date this cosmic girl who has like four fingers or yellow skin, the title of quote unquote cosmic girl would just simply shift across multiverse. Obviously, I know that in my brain she's obviously a cosmic girl. She's someone that I haven't dated, but the title of it simply just moves on to a different multiverse. Through my view, in that multiverse where I'm dating the quote unquote cosmic girl, the idea of the quote unquote cosmic girl simply just moves to an alternate universe, representing someone that I have not dated at all. We're thinking about it in terms of the cosmic girl who presents people that I have never dated. Said because the cosmic girl is a girl who's elusive. You can't date because she represents infinite variations of people that I could have dated or could have not dated. It's infinite because you can't truly riz them up. If the idea of a cosmic girl is infinite, then that means you can't get everyone. It will take an infinite amount of time to riz up all the cosmic girls that exist. But if we think about it in terms of a finite theorem, then that means I can riz up all of the cosmic girls. I can somehow travel out of this universe and go to all 10 quintillion universes that exist and riz all of them up like crazy. It's a paradox because if she represents people that I have never dated, and then if I move on to a universe where I date this quote unquote cosmic girl, the title of the word cosmic girl simply moves on to a different multiverse. It still represents people that I couldn't have dated, but it still represents one body, one person, but infinite variations of that body, infinite variation of personality, even infinite variations of how the person is, culture wise, anything. I think that's what makes this a paradox, is that if we look at it in terms of a finite theory, I can resolve them up. If we think about it in terms of an infinite theory, it will take an infinite amount of time to travel across the entire multiverse and to riz all of these girls up. Means virtually speaking, I can't riz the quote unquote cosmic girl because she is elusive in terms of the infinite and paradoxical sense. I can't riz her up. I really cannot. Even if I was to travel to the alternate universe, the title of it would just move all across the multiverse. And the problem with this is that it's a paradox because If it took me an infinite amount of time to rizz up an infinite amount of cosmic girls, that's its own paradox that deserves its own video because, well, I can't travel across the multiverse. I cannot travel in an infinite amount of time, so that's in a different video. But if you guys think about it, it's this type of theory that excites me because the cosmic girl is someone who's one body but infinite variations, one personality but infinite variations of it thereof. Because I can't get to all of their versions at once. Within all views of the multiverse, within all views of whatever universe we may be in, there's always going to be a cosmic girl out there that we could have never dated. Alright? That's what makes it a true paradox within its own self. Because the idea of a quote unquote cosmic girl is one that is literally elusive. Alright, even if we were to travel across alternate universes, the title of the name of quote unquote cosmic girl would just move over multiverses, alright, or alternate universes. If I were to date the cosmic girl and somehow move out of this universe and date her, this cosmic girl, the title of the word cosmic girl would just change across the multiverse. And assuming that it's infinite, that would take an infinite amount of time. But a finite amount of time, that would be a paradox. Because I would have to change my theory. I don't know. What do you guys think? At least for me, this is something that it's very interesting because this is something I don't ever come up with too rarely. I'll definitely, if I become like an astronomist or like a philosophical thinker, this will be probably one of my footnotes in the far, far future. But I do love thinking like this, very abstract. Thanks for listening.